What's up, Proud Felon?
Highway 304. 304. 62 active. Stand for.
You know what makes me think this car is not unmarked? It has a Transformers logo on the back. Look at that. He does have Interceptor wheels though. Just finished my granola bar. Good morning, folks. Morning, Jeannie. Yeah, rain wasn't too bad last night, I gotta say. It barely rained, honestly. I want to say more during the day yesterday. That's when it rained. But other than that, last night I did not even use my rain cover. What's up, Royal? As some of you may already know, I have already posted some material on Instagram. There were a couple jobs I did last night, and it seems like these jobs didn't go over until, I want to say, 3 or 4 a.m. Some of which I had even no idea that it was, for instance, there was a Bronx stabbing, but I had no idea it was fatal until later. But the night started off, I want to say, it's funny, as soon as I got dressed, that's when the first job came in. That was a collision investigation request at, I want to say Harlem. West 111th Street and Broadway. So, my source said that it was a collision investigation request. I had no idea what, honestly, I was getting into. I didn't know what to expect. Well, I kind of was expecting just another motorcycle collision, because it seems like those have been happening pretty often. So I arrive at the scene, and I do see a garbage truck, private sanitation truck. I do not see any other vehicles or anything like that on the scene, so that leads me to believe it is a pedestrian struck. Now, there was one male there speaking with police. Wow, they just closed off that road there. And I'm glad I was not behind that vehicle. Looks like probably for construction or something. There was a male speaking to police, and there was a female speaking to police. The female went back into the burger shop or the pizza shop or whatever. Then, actually, before she went back in, I was asking if she knew what happened, or and then this guy yells, as he's talking to the cops, he yells across the street, "Don't fucking tell him anything. Don't tell him shit." So I'm thinking already, this guy is a possible, angry, hostile dude or whatever. And, she's, so she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't tell you because I know I know the victim," or something along those lines, she says. So she goes back into the burger or pizza shop or whatever. Then the male comes towards me as he's going back to the same pizza shop or burger shop. Now of course, you know, he looks like he knows something, right? So I'm like, excuse me, did you know what happened? Pedestrian was struck. You know what? Someone's in a hospital right now, okay? So you should get a life. So I'm thinking, you know, his perception is that I got nothing better to do, I should get a life, etc. I respond with, well, this is news, sir. Someone got hit by a truck. Have you ever seen a pedestrian being struck on the news? And he says, oh, nah, you know, you think you're cool with that shirt that says press, and yeah, someone's in the hospital, man. I ain't fucking telling you shit. So this guy is clearly not thinking clearly, very angry and very rude, and then he goes something to say about, oh, you know, how could you ask her what when she knows the person? I mean, how am I supposed to know that, right? I have no idea who knows who. In fact, someone who knows the victim or is an eyewitness is make the best candidates for being interviewed, as opposed to, you know, random person. Oh, hey, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this story? What happened? And the random person says, oh my God, that's terrible. What happened in my neighborhood? So this guy clearly upset, clearly angry. Anyway, I got him on camera saying, someone's in the hospital, so F you, man. Something like that. You guys will see it in the video. But then again, keep in mind, you know, that grief has 4 stages. Anger is the first one or the second one or something. It's like anger to sadness to denial to something. And then finally, the final one is acceptance. So he's probably in his angry phase of grieving. So, you know, I mean, that's understandable. He's just angry. But definitely not the response I usually get at scenes as far as witnesses go. I can recall one time a witness was there, and he was the one who called 911. He was the one who, you know, controlled the bleeding or held the person's hand and whatnot. So those are always great to get. But yeah, that job was weird because I was not sure if the collision investigation was confirmed or not. You know, they kind of left us hanging. There's one highway unit on the scene, but it did not appear that he was taking measurements and doing the investigation. So I still managed to film that, cover that story. So then I hear about this wrong stabbing, but I'm not sure what the circumstances are. Or how bad this guy's injured, even. But later, while I'm at this pedestrian struck job in Manhattan, I find out this Bronx stabbing Can you hear me better now, Jeannie? This Bronx stabbing is now a fatal one. But as I read further into it, this guy, he died from those injuries. And he died. Lo and behold, the crime scene unit shows up. And one funny thing they said I thought was funny was, hey, you kind of look like us. Because I've been doing the khaki pants and the blue tops. Sometimes even like a blue top, like a blue sometimes even a black top, like a black polo shirt. Today I wear a navy and khaki though. Which, yes, crime scene unit, that's pretty much their uniform colors. But still, I think it's less common to see crime scene unit on scene than say someone wearing full navy. Sometimes I wear full navy, but I get folks calling me officer this, officer that. Apparently they can't read press on my shirt or jacket. So yeah, that's why I went for the khaki. I think it's a great color. Williamsburg Bridge, folks. So yeah, those two jobs. Yeah, this thing on El Chapo too. I'm sure you guys heard he was sent to Colorado. What do they call that? Max security or something? Max something. All right. I think that would have been nice to catch him, like, you know, being transferred from, say, you know, New York City to an airplane or something. It would be nice. Supermax, yes. I gotta say, there's something about potato chips when I eat it on the way home. Keeps me awake. By the way, I posted on Facebook the trailer for Top Gun Maverick. I can't believe that movie is coming out. What's ironic is I was just singing Highway to the Danger Zone like the other day. And Jeannie was like, oh, that's one of my favorite movies. So I think the irony is ironic. just headed south. Just headed to south in New York City. Nowhere in particular. If I hear anything on the way back, you know, we can probably go to it. The only question is, what am I going to do with my kid today? We wanted to go to like a water park. But this water park was like in Long Island. And it was going to take, I think, I forget how long it took in the ETA that we calculated that. Because depending on traffic, it would have taken maybe 2 to 3 hours. But just the fact of how hot it is going to be today, we just really want to do something that involves water. So yeah, we got to figure out somewhere or something to do today. We do want to check out the Lion King movie at some point, probably maybe tomorrow or a rainy day or whatever. Sometimes I might sleep late, like 9 a.m. Then I might wake up like. Honestly, I'm wondering what the Top Gun Maverick story is going to be about. Maybe it'll be about fighting Iranian fighter pilots or something. By the way, we shot down a drone. I think it was yesterday. We shot down an Iranian drone. I don't think the drone is as big of a deal as, you know, let's say, a fighter jet with a human pilot in there, you know. But still, what was an Iranian drone doing? I'm guessing the Iranian drone was trespassing on somebody's territory. But yeah, I'm curious what the story is going to be about the Top Gun Maverick movie. Yeah, I didn't read up on the whole story, so all I read was the headline. Yep, a biker. He was at least going maybe 70 or 80, you know. And I know you guys say some people never learn. Well, let me tell you this. I bet not all of them are aware of these, of every biker death that happens. Heck, even I'm not aware of every biker death that happens. But you know what? I'm definitely aware of the ones I cover. For anyone joining us, so going over some of the jobs we covered last night. The first one was a pedestrian struck. Not sure the you know, if the victim was a male, female, if they're in serious condition or not, or if that collision investigation turned out to be a confirmed collision investigation. Besides that job, we also went to a Bronx. It originally came over as a stabbing, but upon an investigation by police, they determined that fatal stabbing, that victim was assaulted and succumbed to his injuries. So those are two stories I covered last night. I also did post some material on Instagram, some video of firefighters rescuing someone from underneath of a train that happened yesterday on Wednesday or Thursday. All the details are details are on Instagram and probably also on Facebook and YouTube. I posted that video on there as well. You can actually see firefighters dragging this body, and them, the firefighters that are crawling underneath of this train, rescuing this individual. This all happened in Midtown, West 57 and 8th Avenue, I think, or West 57 and Broadway. So you get to hear my voice narrate on that video as well. So that's all something we've been doing lately, obtaining videos that we are able to use and use for social media, just so we can keep folks aware of what's going on. But I am biased towards crimes, fires, and accidents. Those are the stories we usually cover. So those are the ones that, although I did post recently something about a video where a subway platform got flooded from the wall breaking, and there was an individual who fell in that flood. So I mean, honestly, whatever catches my eye, but keep in mind our branding is those crimes, fires, and accidents.
follow police to Alamein Street and State on the bus. Location taken from the Annie Alley.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was only about Maverick. It seemed like Top Gun was mostly about Maverick as well. I mean, he was the protagonist.
At 8 Charlie, can you pick up assistant call to the help at 28 Willow, please?
Any more information?
Negative.
Yeah, MX Rider. Yeah, it's called like what? Splish and Splash, right? Something like that. I forget. Anyway, yeah, it sounds like it's quite a trip. Maybe I'll do the ETA properly. We're gonna consider that. I think even a water park in Pennsylvania might be a shorter distance than the one in Long Island. You know, of course, I wouldn't mind just going to the beach or something, but my girl really wants to go to the water park. Although I hope my back is in a better shape for that. I lifted this super heavy cooler the other day that we packed with like drinks and all kinds of goodies for the beach. Did not even fit that trunk. So we put it in the back seat, and you know, after multiple times lifting this thing, I think I like pulled something in my back. And this is all from this chronic pain I've been having back when I did a lot of nursing and EMS work. So, luckily for this line of work, not too much lifting is required. Probably the heaviest thing is the tripod, because I use a what they call a crutch style tripod. I'm sure you guys have seen that in the photos. Get out of the way, pigeons. Akr! So anyway, I'm sure you guys are curious to see a couple of these jobs last night. I might even premiere it after breakfast or something, if I even have breakfast. But I'm sure you guys are curious about this. So give me a second, guys. Keep in mind, I will premiere this today probably. So anyway, this is the scene here. Pedestrian struck by garbage truck. That was one of the friends, I guess, of the victim. This was the angry guy. So watch what he says right here.
Someone's in a hospital bed, motherfucker.
So a pedestrian got struck?
Fuck you.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. So how about that, huh? So he's like, someone's in the hospital, mother effer. So a pedestrian was struck by the truck, and he replies, F you, mother effer. So yeah, and now check out the cop. The cop. Jeannie, I believe Channel 7 was interested in the fatal Bronx assault.
Someone's in a hospital bed, motherfucker.
So a pedestrian got struck?
Oh.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
The cop immediately goes after him. Who knows what the cop said to him? Yeah, but this is pretty much the scene right here. See, Highway was on scene, but he didn't. He did not get out the measuring tools and such. You know, so I don't know. He just like parked more, bandages on the floor and gloves and such. Royal Waste Services. That's a private sanitation who struck this pedestrian, left them in, I guess, a bad shape because collision investigation was requested. So, more gloves. Someone used black gloves. Let's use black gloves for tattoos or something. I guess they wanted to look cool. One of the EMS guys. What's up, Stacy? Good morning. Yeah, definitely. Like during heat wave today. Stacy, the funny thing is, you know, my mom would call on water sky juice. So he asked us if we had any drinks. I said, hey, I got some sky juice. And he was like, sky juice? I'm like, yeah, that's what your grandma calls it, sky juice. So I don't even know if that's a Malaysian thing or it's just my mom thing. Then he was like, shouldn't it be called ground juice? So that's, there's another, so then I went to the Bronx. What initially they alleged, not alleged, what police originally said was a stabbing, but it turned out to be an assault. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This is the correct one. So, yeah, we gotta start the video with a bodega cat, right? For y'all cat lovers. The cat's just like, what is going on? Cat's like, I saw the whole thing. I ain't telling nobody nothing. So you got across the street here a bunch of partying folks at this nightclub. And here's where it gets yeah, definitely intoxicated. Definitely intoxicated. Yeah, this is the scene right here. See blood on the ground, bandages and such. Calicos are always female. I had no idea. It's right next to the subway station, this assault. So, yeah, they were canvassing the subway stations for the perp. So this was a witness.
And they couldn't revive him, so they hurt him once to the hospital. I don't think he died.
And this was an individual who was stabbed?
No, he was punched out.
He was punched?
Yes, and he hit his head.
So that's our witness right here.
No, I should die.
Crime scene unit finally shows up after maybe waiting 30 to 45 minutes. So, always cool catching them. In fact, they were like, "Hey, you kind of look like us," because khaki, navy. Only difference is, you know, obviously I'm press, but yeah, when I wore navy pants, everyone would call me officer, and yeah, that would start to get annoying. But I do like the khaki look. What is it? What was I doing? So yeah, Crime scene unit on scene. So that looks like the victim's cap or something. And that's the band. Wait, that's the blood.
Show me on the 75 directive on Bay Parkway and 653.
Yeah, that's about it. And of course, I did post this on all YouTube, Instagram, and so someone dragged out of the train and rescued. It's funny, one of the folks there who were saying, "Hey, where's the newspaper photographers?" So, yep. Look out for these premieres, guys. I will be posting them on YouTube probably this morning. I already uploaded them. I just gotta click premiere. So see what else you guys are saying here, talking about cats and such. Stacy, we went to the cat cafe. In fact, I'm gonna release a video, like a Loud Labs video, because I did get somewhat professional shots of the cat cafe, so I'm just making it into a Loud Labs video. Maybe I'll say like, Kaneko Cat Cafe provides folks who love cats and coffee the opportunity to drink coffee and to pet cute cats. Located in the Lower East Side. Yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. I know there's a lot of animal fans and followers that we have. In fact, there's somebody, I forget her name, but she checks each of our videos for animals, and she will only comment when there's an animal spotted, even if it's a bird, a rat, a cat, a dog, you name it. She's she follows us for those animals. So have a good morning, folks. Enjoy these scorching temperatures, which, by the way, that's why the New York City Triathlon was canceled this weekend. Some of them still want to do it. Some of them still want to swim, bike, and run that triathlon. And yeah, hopefully I stay in. I might be out. Wish me luck. We'll have a lot of water. Stacy, I'll make sure he drinks that water. Maybe we'll do like a complete water diet today, right? Of course with food, but no like, you know, no soda pop or whatever. Yeah, by the way, we had this huge debate on he was how we called it soda. Then I told him some New Yorkers will even pronounce soda different. Will even pronounce soda like add an R to it, like soda. Or they'll say, I saw this guy over there, you know, that kind of thing. So he was kind of appalled, but I told him some places call it soda pop. Some places call every kind of soda Coke. So we looked it up because we were curious, and there was this whole map that they mapped out, like a color-coded map showing which parts of the country calls, you know, what soda or pop or whatever. I thought it was pretty interesting. So, soda. Likewise, Adam. What's up, Royal? But yeah, like I said, look out for those previews. So if you did not see me live last night, it's also giving away my position, right? The two previous nights, I do want to say that there was some level of competition. So I was trying to play it safe, play it low. Of course, if I did see competition, or I do feel my position is already compromised or whatever, but I still have the upper hand, maybe I'll go live. But in some cases, you know, if the information is out there about specific jobs, or maybe it's not out there about specific jobs, and I may or may not see certain individuals, then giving away my position by going live is not the best thing for me to do. So hope you all understand, but check out the videos on YouTube. There's never a shortage of them, just like there are never a shortage of 911 calls, and it's pretty much the same with us. These jobs are never ending. So Thanks again for watching, folks. Look out for those videos. Annabelle Hatch at Loud Labs News, New York City. Take care.